got to take Lulu out. She waited until now to want to go out. Come on, Luna. Yeah, it's cold here. Windier than hell. I hope everybody's doing okay. That damn AutoZone, I tell you, it's got to be the worst one there is. When I first started this job, they gave me the wrong head gaskets, if you all remember. So we ended up going to O'Reilly's and stuff. Well, they didn't give me the wrong ones in the beginning. They told me they couldn't have them hub to hub or anything like that. That I had to go pick them up myself, but they stopped doing that. And throughout the month of being here, half of the people say, yeah, we can do it. Half the people say, no, you can't. Then you got to get the manager involved, and they find out, yes, you can. Well, we went through all that bullshit yesterday. Come on, Lee. Go potty or go home. We went through all that bullshit yesterday, so I didn't think I'd have that problem here today. I purposely, yesterday evening, went over there to make sure it was the right head gasket. Come to find out it was the wrong one. So the guy left a note and everything. Come on. Please, go. It's cold. So surely by 8 o'clock this morning, you go over there, it should be there. It should have been there last night. I go in there and they don't know nothing about it. And I'm like, well, how could that be? I left the old gas, the wrong one they ordered. I left that here. And I seen a guy put a note on it and everything saying that you'll need to get this done and ordered by morning. And the kid eventually finds it. And they're like, oh, no, we didn't order it or nothing. And it's like, I'll be damned, I was pissed. And I'm still pissed. That's poor service at this AutoZone. I don't know why. They started this in the beginning of this breakdown. And now towards the end of it, they're doing the same stupid shit. Good afternoon. Eddie, Margaret, Daniel. And now it's too damn cold to do anything, and it's going to be that way. Hang on, I gotta put my curtain back up. It's going to be that way for 3 or 4 days, they say. I may never get on the road this week. It'd be a miracle if I did. But thank the good Lord for the generator and the fuel and having the heat. Me and the dogs appreciate that. If I had that gasket, I would have had this thing done this morning. What's up, Doug? So, I guess I'm just going to sit back the next couple of days to keep from freezing. Hell, I wouldn't lay outside right now and put the exhaust up for $50 an hour. I wouldn't. It's too damn cold out there. Damn, with that wind blowing. And we're supposed to get down to the 20s. What's up, Mr. Will? Nothing. The ass wipes over there at AutoZone didn't reorder the gasket like they're supposed to last night. Why the hell didn't they order the damn gasket when I asked them to last night? And type in the computer, order it, have it on the next hub run, whatever. What the fuck happened? I don't understand it. Frustrated today, Frank. The employees over at AutoZone ain't doing what they're supposed to do at all. Which, we could go get one now, but it got too damn cold to do anything. You know, I don't want to make Daniel drive over to O'Reilly's when they ain't nothing I can do for the next 3 days. It's going to be so damn cold. We're not going to get above freezing for the next couple of days. No, normally I have a lot of good, I mean, I use AutoZone almost all the time for everything. I normally have really good experiences with AutoZone and stuff. But I mean, my God, I was there last night, and it should have been on the computer. And this morning, the very first hub delivery at 7 a.m. or whatever should have had my head gasket in it. But nobody ordered the freaking the exchange or nothing. Half the employees say they do it. Half the employees say they don't do it. The guy that runs that store says we do it. So, I don't know. I hope he was listening in the back, because I wasn't very nice and whatnot. Told him to give me a fucking call when they get the right gasket in. Well, I'm not going to reuse one. I've already paid for it, and it should have been in. If the weather was better, I would have had Daniel run me when he came by down to O'Reilly's and picked one up, and I would have. But it's too damn cold right now anyway. I mean, I wanted to do this at 8 o'clock in the morning where it's still damn near 50 degrees. Our high was this morning for the first couple hours, and this afternoon it's just steadily dropping down. Okay, well then we got it from Napa, but it was the same ones that O'Reilly's had. Remember, I just redid them. Oh, I'm in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah. Well, yeah, another parts store got one, but what you're missing is I've already missed the weather window. Okay, we're gonna be real nasty for the next couple, 2-3 days. There ain't gonna be no working on nothing. Real nasty. Cold, not even hitting above freezing. And it's real windy this afternoon. We're under wind advisory. I missed my window this morning to do it. So now I'm kind of stuck for 3 days or whatever. So whenever they get their stupid ass, right in my gasket in, I'll be happy. I mean, I've already paid for it and everything, so. Oh, ain't nothing to be sorry. Damn, the sun just came out for a second. I be damn. Woohoo! But it's like 37 outside. And it's not supposed to get any warmer. It's just supposed to keep getting colder and colder. We're calling for the 20s tonight, I think. Some idiot named Patrick or something says sissy. Who are you referring to? Yourself, your mom, your daughter? I mean, who you referring to as a sissy? Well, you're an idiot, Patrick, and you can say what you want. You know what I mean? You can show your stupidity here all you want. You can call me a sissy all you want, but I'm almost 67. I love my health, and there's no reason to be out in a freezing cold. But you come on here and show your stupidity all you want, okay? Yeah, we like people like you that come here and show your stupidity instead of your support. But you do you, boo-boo. I call it being smart when someone don't have to do something like be out in the freezing cold to wait 2 or 3 days to when it warms up to do it. I call that a smart person. You want me to take and do major head work in freezing cold with the bolts, the block, and everything at below freezing temperatures. You know that's how you break bolts and stuff. But I guess you're not mechanically inclined and don't think about things like that. But me, I'm not going to do any type heavy mechanic work in the freezing when it's below, freezing for a couple of days. To me, that's just stupid. Um, wouldn't that just crack a head bolt or something? You know what I mean? Trying to put frozen bolts and stuff into frozen holes. I may not be the smartest man, but yeah, I think that would crack something or make it all more brittle. That's why most shops are warmed up, and you're not doing an engine at 20 degrees or take in the wind chill, 15 degrees or whatever. Yeah, I don't think it's too smart to do that. Anybody else know if it's smart to try and put heads on in the dead of cold? Oh, that's all right, Daniel. Well, I'm not worried about that. There's no reason to be out in this stupid cold and to try and to have my engine hatch open for a couple hours and put the head gasket on and be sitting here freezing when I can just wait a couple days and it'll be warmer. I mean, to me, that's just stupid. Now, if I was in a warm garage or something, yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat. You know that. Me and you faced this in the weather the last couple of weeks. But to me, it'd take a pure dumbass to want to do this and not a heated garage or nothing. And if that makes me a sissy, they can call me a sissy all the fuck you want. I don't know when they're saying it's coming. It was supposed to have been here this morning. I mean, the guy wrote a note last night. I seen him write it and all, and that's why I thought everything would be cool. I thought they'd be in last night, It had time to come in last night if they did a hub run. But I knew they'd do one first thing in the morning. But no, it was put away, tucked away. Nobody read the note, nothing. No, I ain't thin-skinned today. I'm smart. You can call me. See, all you've done since you come on here is be stupid and call me names. Stupid or whatever and thin-skinned. You're the one coming here being the asshole, not me. Metal shrinks in cold temperatures. Okay. But what I'm saying, that has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is, I don't think that it's smart to go out and take freezing bolts and put into a freezing head. I think it'd be a lot better to do them at, room temperature above freezing. Now, I could be wrong in that, but it just makes better sense to me. And I'd rather the bolts I handle not be frozen. Putting them in and stuff. So if y'all want to, belittle me and whatnot for waiting until it warms up, go ahead, have your fun. Be yourselves, boo-boo. I've been here 3 weeks, and it ain't going to hurt me a bit to be smart and wait for it to warm up a couple of days. Yeah. Just because I decided to let it warm up and not bust my ass this afternoon or something, I guess I'm lazy or whatever. So have fun, say what y'all want to say. But the smart man is, I won't be sick next week because I tried to do something stupid when I don't have to. What's wrong with me just being warm with my dogs the next couple of days, and when it gets back into the 40s in 3 days, putting it together? Man, I don't see where I'm wrong in that. Now, if this was the 8th and I had to be to Springfield day after tomorrow, I'd do whatever it took. I'd be out there in a blizzard putting the sucker together. But I don't have to, so why should I? I've still got almost 2 weeks to get to Springfield. So if I want to wait a couple of days for it to warm up, man, I thought most people would think that's smart and support that. I didn't think there'd be a bunch of people saying how lazy I am or, yo, you can do it in the cold or whatever. Just come do it if you want. Oh, it's not snowing right where I'm at. Oh, I'd like to be in San Antonio. Woo, go fishing. And there's a difference between Superman and stupid man, and I'm not going to be a stupid man. There's nothing pushing me to go out in the freezing cold and do this. Nothing at all. If it warms up this afternoon, cool. But I don't think it's going to. But look, the sun just came out for the first time all morning. It come out again. So after I get done with this video, if I go over to there and they got the head gasket, it may get done today. But there's a good chance it won't, because I don't think they're going to have the rat gasket and all that shit. Big fat joint and hot chocolate, yeah. I don't see what's the difference of setting back a couple of days. Hell, it's already been 3 weeks I've been broke down, you know what I mean? What's more a couple of days? Can't rush it. Everybody been wanting me to rush it and rush it and rush it. And that's where I made my mistakes. Like putting it together without unsticking that valve in the beginning and all. No, we can't be rushing it. Oh, it's over there. I wondered where it went. What are you doing, Betty? Hell, you can't even have a hot coffee this morning. 15 minutes later, the coffee's cold. I went in there and heated my coffee. I had half a cup still. Right before I come out here and did the live. 5 minutes later, shit is just like I hadn't reheated it. It's a little chilly out here. Well, if we didn't have the wind, it'd be all right. But we got 19 mile an hour wind pretty much, and gust up to 40. See, it's easy to say what someone should do until they're out in there and doing it, you know. My plastic between the front area and back here keeps getting blown down because of the wind. And the windows are up. But it's because the engine hatch and shit is up, you know. And to work on the engine, I got to have that engine hatch up, right? Then you just got cold blowing in from underneath up and at you. Not very good this time of year to be doing that, but, you know, if I had to, I would. But I'm getting ready before it turns evening to bolt the engine hatch up, so I don't have to have all that cold coming in the next couple of days, because it's not supposed to get above freezing at all until like Monday or Tuesday. I think Tuesday. No, Dave, she's not running. Autozone didn't get me the right head gaskets, and because I decided to wait a couple of days, I've got a couple of people crying that I'm a sissy and, you know, go stand out in the cold and do it, but I don't think that's the right answer. I was wondering about trying to put it together with frozen bolts and frozen block, because we're not getting above freezing for 3 days, and everything already is at freezing temperature from last night. So do I really want to take frozen head bolts? You know, just holding them and turning them in, your fingers get pretty cold. But do I want to rush it and put it together during all this cold, or would it be better to let the engine bolts and the engine and stuff get to, you know, 40 degrees or something like that, where they're a little warmer? I know you heat them up to take them out and whatnot, but I've never seen nobody rebuilding the engine in the cold. They've always been in a shop or something. The seal, everything's at, you know, like room temperature, or at least warmed up. Right now, we're at 37, but we're probably with the wind chill in the 20s. And I just don't think it's the right time to be bolting it up unless it warms up a little bit. What's your take on putting these head bolts in while it's still freezing? Because up in the cab area, it's still freezing up there. You know, where the engine hatch is and everything, all that's open underneath. Boom, cold, just like the outside air. Um, the head bolts, now I can take them inside this side and warm them up, but they'd be going into a cold block. Any of that make a difference? I try to live a good life or a righteous life. It's windy as hell today. Who cares if I don't have it done by Christmas? None of your worries, Frank. But thanks for the support there. I appreciate the support and you know, the attaboy. Give them losers a Calvin. There you go. Oh, Patrick, I'm going to do me. Uncle Jim, hey, what's up? Shouldn't have to take friendly sarcasm. Shouldn't have to take sarcasm at all, Eddie. Why should I have to? I mean, if that's what y'all want to come on this show for, just give me and sarcasm and all, well, I can say goodbye and see you later and not do these. Right or wrong. This ain't about sarcasm. It's about the legalization of cannabis and hemp. And thinking that I had friends that likes to hear stories and stuff. The sarcasm and stuff, I don't freaking need in my life. I don't do it to you. I believe in that golden rule. Why do you want to do it onto me? See, that's what's unfair about this whole damn thing, is I try to do unto others that I'd like to be done unto. And I don't crack jokes and do all this kind of shit to you. Why do you think it's so important to do to me? Or the sarcasm, or put up, or support the ones that do the sarcasm and all. Why can't we just all be friends and get along and spread love and joy instead of the stupid sarcasm and shit? I mean, that's not me. That's not me. You want a sarcasm channel and doing that, whatnot, you know? I love you. I'd like to keep you in here, but move on, please. I'd like to get that stuff off of my channel. I really would. I don't need it in my life. I don't want it in my life. Peace, love, and cannabis. That's all I want. Damn, Big Smoke, that's some good shit there. Don't mind me, I'm trying to read the comments because I was running my mouth and I wasn't reading them as I went on. Oh, I'm glad you're a new subscriber. I like new subscribers. Oh, if you're talking about Patrick and I got that wrong, I'm sorry. I do make mistakes. So if you was talking about Patrick, I'm sorry. You know, I make mistakes. Oh, thank you. God bless me. That's why I don't see why I need to have to take sarcasm and stuff. Telling people I don't take it well. No, I don't take it well. I don't think we should have it. I think we should share peace and love, not sarcasm. Come down where? Long as it's not iced up, right on. Well, if the wind stops blowing and whatnot, then I'll probably go ahead and do them. But, you know, I don't see having Danny rush over here to take me to Napa to get the gaskets and whatnot. I've already paid for them here at Autozone. Let them come in. I'm not supposed to be doing it today is the way I take it. You know what I mean? That thing about that there's some reason that they were delayed. They should have been here by all rights this morning. But for whatever reason or not. But this is Daniel's Thanksgiving. They're making their meal and all that and this, that, and the other. No, I don't want to have him rush over here to go take me to get some head gaskets or something so I can throw it together in this weather. Not going to happen. I'd much rather just, when they get their shit together and get the right gaskets in here, well, it'll be time to put it together probably tomorrow, because we got gusts up to 40 mile an hour. When that shit's blowing up in that engine hatch, I don't like hanging over it. Oh, no one's pissed me off, Big Smoke. Yeah, it's wind you can hear, Dave. We got gusts up to 40 mile an hour today. If you go look, we are under wind advisory and all. I mean, if I'm not willing to do something, there's a reason why. And they can call me sissy, they do whatever the hell they want. I don't give a shit, you know? All their sarcasm, all that, just... I hear you, Frank. Right, Big Smoke. See, they just do it to piss me off. Keep telling me to calm down and all. There's nothing not calm about me. And if they don't like it, then go to another channel. They just do it to try and piss me off. But thank you for telling them that, because they're too dumb to realize it, I guess. Thank you, Daniel, boy. Daniel, I appreciate you, brother. Eddie, I'm not going off on no damn viewers, and if you think I'm going off on you and you don't like it, well, don't join my lives. Told you, I appreciate you. I like you being here, but sometimes you become a real pain in the ass like today. And why you won't give it up, I don't know. I'm not upset at you or nothing or whatever. And if you don't want to be my friend and be here and be nice and whatever, well, go on. Go on. I'd rather you stay and be nice here and be with us and everything and support the channel and what it's about. I don't hear you talking about sign the petition and all that like John and the others and stuff do. You know what I mean? Hang on, I'll be right back. I got to look at something. Somebody sent me something. Oh. Hang on, I gotta read something. Okay, check this out. Okay, I didn't go to Google, but one of my friends did and just sent me, and I mean, you know, take it for what you want. It plainly states that you should not put heads on in cold weather, that it can mess with the torque and everything else, just like I freaking thought up here. Okay, so y'all believe whatever the hell y'all want to believe. But according to the shop manual Google, it will back up what I said. Should not be putting the heads on with frozen heads and frozen bolts, basically. Thank you, Ray, for sending me that from Google. I appreciate that. But they can think that I'm lazy. They can think I want to argue. They can think all this bullshit they want to think. But I knew in my mind that I was right. I just knew it. Even when Dave said that it won't hurt, I knew that was bullshit. And I was not going to do it. Mama raised no fools, Daddy raised my brother. And you know, I know you don't mess with frozen parts. Hey, Frankie, what's up? I think everybody ought to just smoke a bowl and learn to get along. And how or when I want to do this should be left up to me. But y'all tell me to be careful, take my time, then you rush me and this, that, and the other. And then, you know, y'all had me convinced I should be over there fucking putting it back together right now when it really shouldn't be. If I was inside a shop, yeah. If this head was warm, I'd lay a heating blanket over it or whatever and warm the head up, the block up and the head and put the bolts in, yeah, it would be fine. But just like I thought, torquing them down at this ice cold, first time it gets hot, it's going to take that torque, but it's not going to be the right torque. And like I told you in the beginning, I ain't a very smart man, but I thought that. I've never, ever, ever seen a mechanic put an engine together out in the cold weather. Never, ever, ever. Always in a barn or something where they could heat things up. Things snap in the cold. I could go there and, especially using the same head bolts, the chances are greater that, that block and that head being cold, especially the head bolts, of snapping. A greater chance. You gave it up, yep. Oh, I'm no master mechanic, but I got enough sense not to put things together when they're frozen. As soon as it warms up, no, and I probably do exactly what I said there. I'll probably go down here and see if the Dollar General's got heating pads. And if they got a heating pads, I'm going to get 2 of them. And I'm going to lay one on top of the block. And then I'm going to lay the head on that one. It's going to sandwich between the block and the head. And then lay one over top of the head. And let them set for a few hours and hopefully warm all that stuff up, tucking the head bolts in between the sandwich of the heating blankets. Other than that, I got to wait until Monday when it gets like 45 degrees. I just want it above freezing before I put them bolts and stuff in. Not just the head bolts. I mean, I've got manifold bolts and stuff to put in that can snap just as easy. Thank you, Daniel. Well, see, even Dave told me I could. It wouldn't hurt and stuff. Thank you, Daniel. I mean, I didn't research it, but common sense told me that. And that's because I knew I was doing exhaust bolts and stuff. Man, the only time I normally break a bolt is when it's ice cold outside. You know what I mean? It's really, really a lot easier, twice as easy to snap a bolt in the cold than normal temperature. That's basically what I'm saying. So even just putting the exhaust back and the intake manifold and everything is frozen. Ever since yesterday afternoon or yesterday evening when it hit, 31 degrees and all, everything has just been getting colder and below the freezing point. So I know these heads, or the block, not the head's room temperature. This head right here, oh, it's fine to put on. I could go there and slap that on the engine in a heartbeat because it's here with my room temperature. I can't do that with my engine because it hangs outside, Now, I may just go get another heater and let it blast at the engine because the heat would absorb into the engine. But yeah, I'm glad I waited, or am waiting. That I'm a sissy. And that's the only thing that really put me on the wrong path this morning. Called me a damn sissy for wanting to wait to do something when I knew in my mind it was right to wait.
That's a good one, Frank. You don't want to interrupt them at work. Here, let's take another hit. And you know, hey, I'm not, I hope nobody's upset with me. I'm not upset with nobody. I hope now that people understand it's not laziness, it's not being a sissy, it's using common sense. Ain't nobody want this thing to run any faster, quicker, or safer than me right now. And it's been that way for 3 weeks. I don't want to be set here. I want to be traveling. I want to. You think I ordered 1,000 of the figures to set here and not hand them out and stuff? Man, ask Daniel. He'll tell you. Me and Daniel's busted our butts to get this thing going. But Daniel will tell you there's a power behind this, and if it's not supposed to happen, it ain't going to happen. Ask him. He'll tell you, look at that damn thing with the oil that, you know, Daniel's a damn good mechanic, but if that didn't clusterfuck him and make him put it on 2 or 3 times. This thing's got this, like I say, this is like a Christine, but a good one. You know, well, it's not the bad car. It's a good one, but man, if she don't want to be worked on or whatever, you might as well just go with the flow. Hey, Mr. John. Oh, Will was here just a little while ago. I know I pissed a couple people off today. I don't think I pissed Will off. Yes, sir. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason they didn't have that head gasket this morning. Probably because my dumb ass wouldn't put this together with frozen bolts and shit. You know what I mean? They had people upset and called me a sissy and stuff because I don't want to put it together in the middle of a cold storm we're having right now. We've got, I mean, I don't see, you don't see me shaking, but I don't know if you hear the wind gusts. Someone heard it earlier because he's like, is that the wind? Yeah, inside my vehicle, that's the wind. And you can watch the curtain plastic I got up here separating the front from the back because the engine room is really cold up there. Watch this plastic breathe in and out and shit from the, and that's with all the windows and doors closed. This is moving from just coming through the cracks. Half lit already, there you go. Well, I think the head gasket, I'm thinking that the gasket wasn't right this morning at all because I might have went over there and just went ahead and put them cold head bolts in there and everything, knowing that I shouldn't, but you know, rushing. So I'm gonna look at it as that, because I even last night was going to put this heater blowing on the block all night to keep it warm. Okay, look at that. Wind chill, 21 degrees. See? That's why I don't want to put it together, even if the head got here, the gasket. And that's probably why the gasket didn't make it this morning. I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. Because I would have said something, somebody had said something, I would have put it together and boom. It might have screwed up when it warmed up and the torque being out and everything. So I'm glad that the gasket didn't come. I'm not happy about setting a couple days, but I don't have no way to put her in a shop, or no warm shop to put it in. But I may get another heater to blow on it, you know. But unless I warm that block up and the head bolts, I'm not gonna put her together. She's gonna have to get above freezing, And I mean for a few hours, not just, uh, okay, now it's 33, let's put it together. I don't want to do it again. I want it to be right. And if that makes me King Sissy, I'm King Sissy. I'll take the title. Well, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Oh, right on, Frank. No, the cop hasn't came by or nothing, and that's like the least of my worries. That's like the least of my worries. Well, the Google thing. I did the Google. Hey, can you do this and this? And they're like, yes. And then you put it. Well, can you do it on a Chevy 454 whatnot? It's like, no, do not do that. So it depends on your engine, your heads, and everything. But I'm not going to do it. That I tell you. I think common sense tells me not to do that. I'm going to just, like I say, put the heater on the block, let it warm up. The head's in here warmed up. I'm going to grab the head bolts and put them in here where I am and let them warm up because I left them out in the engine hatch. So that's, but that's only a couple hours to warm them up. Well, people are finally going to the restaurant next door. I thought, shit, even people ain't coming out to the restaurant. Normally it's busy on the weekend, but there's been nobody here this morning. I'm like, damn, it's so cold nobody's coming to eat. But finally a few people are. I know. Everybody's all interested in the vehicle, the mechanic. Like none of, yeah. We don't. It would amaze me if we had the discussions about cannabis, hemp, and the petition and the prisoners and stuff, like we do everything else. But I always mention the petition and everything. That's who I am. But yeah, my channel just never ever really goes to what it's supposed to go, I guess. Cheers. There you go. Sign the petition, please. Thank you, Patrick. Oh, hey, I want to do that more than you know, Big Smoke. I mean, that. Why do you think I told John that I was not going to be here in 5 days? I'm going to be sitting here getting my deer jerky in a couple of days. I planned on not being here. I want to move along more than any one of y'all want me to move along. Believe that or not. I don't want to be here. I'd love to be a couple miles away anywhere. I don't like not being able to drive and move around and whatnot. I want so bad to be on my way over to Springfield, But right now, the good Lord's saying, nope. But I tell you what, before the 10th, I'll be there. 1180, right on. Thank you for that. Yes, please sign that petition at 420gem.com and share it. Heck, I want to be down in Florida. Truth be known, I want to be down in Florida, down there driving up and down. Who knows? Maybe even go down to Fort Myers and see JC. Probably wouldn't go that far, but I can dream, right? I'd definitely like to be in Florida instead of where I'm at. It'd be a foot. Yep. Oh, I don't want you to have to pay and do that. I mean, I'm going to be here Tuesday. I don't see me getting out of here before Tuesday. Actually, I'm hoping to be able to hit the road by Wednesday. We're going to have snow coming in and stuff, and I'm not going to travel when the road gets iced up. And if you look at our weather pattern, I think Frankie will tell you, we're not supposed to get above freezing until like Tuesday. And that's when I'd probably take off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday if it got running, because I've got to be there by the 10th. Right on, Big Smoke. Oh, Mount Vernon, isn't that Mount Vernon? What, Illinois? I mean, what Mount Vernon? I'm not coming. I mean, I'm going from here to Missouri, to Florida, to DC, and then I hit all these other places on the way back when I go back to Arizona. Oh, if you want to send it, I mean, I hate seeing you pay rush delivery, but if you want to send it like that, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be here Tuesday. Well, no, I'm hoping not to be here on the 17th. That's the whole thing. I'm hoping not to be here on the 17th. But, if you did the rush delivery to Daniel's house instead of the post office, if I didn't pick it up, I didn't, don't have to come back on the 17th, it didn't get here in time or whatnot, he can always send it to me or whatever. Or you can just wait until I land in Springfield. I mean, I leave that up to you. I'm more than happy to wait until I get to Springfield. What? Thank you, I'm worth it. But I'm more than willing to wait until I get in Springfield or wherever I'm going to be for a couple of weeks. If you don't mind waiting. But, because Tuesday morning, if the weather's clear and that's my opening to take off, boom, I'm going. And I wouldn't get it, So if it don't matter to you, just hold on to it until I know I'm going to be landed somewhere for a week to 10 days. And that will work best for me. Man, I can't believe how cold it is outside, but with that wind chill being 21, now I understand. If the wind wasn't blowing and all, it'd be a different story. But tomorrow the wind shouldn't be blowing. Hell no, I ain't going outside. You can go outside all you want. Mama raised no fools. Daddy raised my brother. I ain't going outside. No, Shit, that's the quickest Lilu ever's been out and in. She went outside, and I think her piss froze. She come running back to the door. It's cold out there. Um, but they haven't said anything about the blowing wind tomorrow. It's not supposed to be blowing wind or nothing. So if we get the wind under control, I should be able to put this get together tomorrow. But I'm not going to be driving or nowhere until the weather clears. Definitely. We may hear it run tomorrow. Because like I say, I'll just put the heater over there. With the wind blowing and shit, I could put 10 heaters there and it wouldn't help. But I'm going to try and heat up the engine area tomorrow when the wind stops and everything. I'll leave this head in here in the our living area. And make sure to reach up there and grab all the head bolts and put them in the living area too, so they're warmed up. And we'll be able to put her back together tomorrow, I think. As long as the wind has died. Ain't nobody want to see this thing fire up any more than me. Trust me. I know all y'all do, and I know Mr. Daniel wants to see it and everything, but not any more than me. Maybe as much as me, but not any more than me. I want this thing running so bad. Hey, thank y'all for all the help with the chaps and the mission and the petition and all. I really appreciate all y'all. I do. And I don't mean to sound whiny, ungrateful, or CC or anything like that. I really don't. And, I admit it. Yeah, I don't handle sarcasm very well. I don't. But I try not to use it either. Hell of a snowstorm. Well, you just don't take this wrong, big. Don't take this wrong, big stank. But keep it, okay? Keep it there. Keep it there. Don't take that wrong. Keep it there, would you? Right on, my friends. I appreciate you. I really do. And you know what? It shows me what true friends you are when you're still here. You don't get upset and just say, well, I'm going to unfollow you and this, that, and the other. I appreciate that, and it shows that you are true friends and stuff. So it goes a long way, and I really appreciate y'all. It's in northern Missouri. Ah, we're supposed to have snow Monday for sure, probably tomorrow. That's why I'm saying we're not supposed to get above the freezing mark until Tuesday, if I remember right. And that means all the roads, everything would be slicker than snot. They'd be black ice and this, that, and the other. Now, when it hits the 40s and the ice melts and, the snow's not on the road and stuff, I got no problem traveling and getting on over wherever I have to get. But it definitely has to be above freezing. I don't drive when it's like when it's 33 and below. I do not drive. I used to when I did a tow truck, but I learned to stay my ass off the road unless I really had to be. I'm glad you're in it for the long haul. Hey, I appreciate that, Big Smoke. I do. I appreciate all of you. I do. Right on, right on. Hey, it's out of my hands. You heard it, John. I gave him the number. I gave him the number. It's out of my hands. He's had it since yesterday. Should make him work for it. Seeing as he hasn't given you the address, you should just send it down to the post office, general delivery, like you did mine. Make him go pick it up. At least he knows which post office now. Goodness sakes. Write a note. Hey, listen to Eddie. Listen to Eddie on that one. He told me to write a note, and I didn't, and sure enough, I forgot. When I wrote the note, I remembered. Write the note. Tie a string around your finger or whatever. Man, I ain't looking forward to going out there putting gas in the generator in another 5-6 hours. Shit, I'm shivering thinking about that right now. Whew. Yeah, well, hell, I gave you a big old piece of paper that has his number on it. You should just plaster that somewhere. That could be a note. Cheers. But hey, Daniel, no, whenever you're in the area, I do need you to check on me, though, the next couple of days, because if my generator went out or something, we'd be in here bundled up and cold until you came by, in case I had to go get another generator or something, whatever, you know what I mean? So if you don't mind checking on me during this next couple of cold days, I appreciate it, brother. I know you come up here all the time anyway. Power hitter's working good. My bubbler works even better. I knew you would, Daniel. I think it's going to be running fine, If it don't, it's that devil working. But I think it's going to run fine for the next few days. And but good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. If I don't have to spend any more money on the engine or nothing, I still have the money to replace that generator if need be. Granted, I'd rather spend it on batteries for a solar system. But until I get things working and the engine work, everything, set up, I've just got it set aside for either A, solar batteries, or B, another generator. No, Dave, no, I don't have a backup generator. I had a little Honda. I just gave it to Daniel. But it may have run it would have run one of my heaters, but it wouldn't run my heaters, my TV, my refrigerator, and stuff like that. It's a 2500, I think. And it probably needs the carburetor cleaned and a spark plug. But that old Honda, man, I'm glad that Daniel wanted it. See, when I first left in April with my new one and whatnot, everybody didn't understand why I kept it. Well, I thought you needed a new one, that don't run. Well, it would run. It would take me an hour to get it going and whatnot, but I can make it run again. And that's what I love about the Honda. It's got so many hours on it, it's going to need rebuilt. Did I think it would make it through this year? No. That's why I wanted a replacement generator before I went out. Something to run the AC, the heat, and actually run for maybe the year or whatever. But I wasn't willing to just throw it away or whatever, because it will run. And for how long, I don't know. I expected the brushes to be burnt out of it already. I mean, I bought it used out of a pawn shop. Had no idea how many hours on it or nothing. But man, I put thousands of hours on that generator. Run it nonstop at times. Things like that. So it's been really, really good. But I know it's going to need rebuilt. The generator part, brushes, the engine part probably is going to need rings before long or whatnot. But right now, for emergency backup, it'd be cool. I bet you he has it running within an hour when he starts tinkering with it. You put a new spark plug in that sucker and clean that carburetor, I guarantee she'll fire back on up. And she will produce electric. How long, I don't know. I'm hoping he will, when he's got a couple of spare dollars, order a set of brushes for it and order a rebuild kit for it. And hell, that generator will last him forever, once you put a rebuild kit in it. It's a damn good Honda motor and generator. And he said he's got another engine if need be already. So making it live on how to roll up. What do you mean how to roll up? Roll up what? A joint? Roll up and get out off on the road? I mean, you lost me on that. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I didn't see all these other comments. Damn, I missed a lot of comments. Yeah, usually it's only the one main post office in a state in a city or something that does it. It's not, yeah. Usually there's only one main post office. Unbleached zigzags, those are cool. I like the raw hemp paper myself. There you go, raw, Frank, right on. Splits, joints, reefer. But see, days like today, they wouldn't be 5 people come by and see me. I don't care where I'm set up. They wouldn't be 5 people come by in this type of weather to come by and see me. And I wouldn't blame them. And I'd be happy. I didn't have to go outside and talk to them and freeze, which I would. But yeah, we're in the wintertime. This is a time right now that I need to be parked somewhere for a couple of months and just chill out, be plugged in. But unfortunately, until I get the heads on and over to Springfield, I can't do that. Hopefully I don't have to come back here. Hopefully I talk to this prosecutor in the next couple of days and they drop the ticket here. That would be cool. Even if they want to do a diversion, whatever. Let's just not battle over this one. Go out and look. You'll know that I'm in the right, but I'm not going to, whatever. Just drop the charges and let's be friends and let me move on. And they may or may not. According to the cop, that's a pretty good chance she would. Hey, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot's up. I like your way of thinking, Eddie. Cheers. smoke it, eat it, either one. Make sure you heat it up before you eat it, though. 320 degrees, 20 minutes or more. I didn't even finish my beer last night. Yep, I left a swallow in it. I didn't even finish the can. I was amazed. Sometimes I amaze myself. Whatever blows your dress up, yep. See, here's another thing I didn't think of. I'm not supposed to be doing that head today anyway. Yep, I'm not supposed to be doing that head anyway. There's a good Lord working there. Isn't today the Sabbath? Isn't today the Sabbath? Yeah, I think today's the Sabbath. Could be another reason that head gasket didn't come in. I just thought of that. Later, Eddie. Or whoever said goodbye. Oh, Frankie's with him. Okay, later. So, yeah, I'm real happy not working on her today. That's our day of rest, where the Creator created everything in 6 days and rested on the seventh. You know how man wants you to work your ass off to have a place to live, a car to drive, cable, internet, all that shit, called work and whatnot? It's okay and cool for you to do it 6 days a week. It's not cool for you to do it 7 days a week. You're supposed to take a day for the Lord. That's the Sabbath. Why is Peter Pan always flat? He never lands. Well, see, that's the big great deception. You think his name is Jesus too, right? You think we have 12 months and 30 days and 31 days and stuff too, don't you? Open your mind, man. No, Rome, the Pope, all that, Rome, that's why we're under British law and all. People just don't realize we're still under Roman control, okay? They thought, the Pope and whatnot, thought it was cool, Let's just call this guy named Jesus, even though there wasn't a J before that or nothing. But I really don't think that's what's going to doom people, not knowing his name. But it does tell you in the Bible to never forget his name and not take his name in vain. His name's not God, it's not Lord. Those are titles and stuff. Damn, I done got off of what I was trying to point to. Oh, Sunday, yeah. The changing. So anyhow, back in the day, I don't know what order they came in, but they decided to change the name of our Savior. There were no J's back in the day. It wasn't Jesus. Now, I'm not going to say you're not saved or that you're worshiping the devil when you say Jesus, because I don't know any of that, and I ain't going to preach anything I don't know is true. But if you honestly believe that the Savior's name is Jesus, and you've never heard the truth, you're probably all right. Of course, the Creator knows your heart and stuff. But now, then, on the other hand, if you've learned the fact that there's question whether his name is actually Jesus or not, that's where you're supposed to study, because the Bible's only basic instructions before leaving earth. And if you really want to know if he had a name, you will find it in the Bible. He told Moses his name, the Creator. So we do know his name. If you want to go seek it out and find it, it's not God and it's not Lord. Okay, just like it ain't Jesus. But that's something that, once you know the truth, you got to go with the truth, or you've done screwed up. You know what I mean? Just like you look at a turtle. There's 13 squares and there's 28 designs. Every turtle. Now, if you go study history, that's the way we lived. 13 months, 28 days, 1 day left over for the resurrection. Okay? Rome comes in and makes man's calendar. Now we have 12 months, staggering days and stuff, and boom. Just like I can rewrite in history and everything every time. Okay? Everybody's going to be celebrating next month Christ's birthday. Right? And they're all damn fools and they're all heathens. They're all damn fools and heathens. Every one of them that does it. Even my brother is a Baptist preacher. He ain't nothing but a heathen. Ain't nothing but a heathen. Ain't no way in the hell Christ was born in the middle of winter. You go do a little study and it's pretty... Before I believe he was born on December 25th, I will believe that he was born on April 1st. And if I was the king of this world and Satan and wanted to get all these funny Christians, everybody, ha-ha, the last ha-ha, I'd make them all think his birthday was in the middle of winter, which we know it wasn't, instead of the beginning of spring, which we know it was. Biggest April Fool's joke ever played upon mankind, I think. But that's just what I think, okay? But I do know that it's 13 months, 28 days, our dates are counted. Everything's been screwed up since the Romans done it. The Sabbath was always Saturday, but the Pope changed it to Sunday. You see, all that's in recorded history if one just goes and looks. Just like cannabis, marijuana, was in the anointing oil. Get your head out of the King James, it's been revised 16 times. Look at the Hebrew Bible and look up the anointing oil, and it'll tell you cannabis was in it. So one has to study the word or you're just going to be lost. People tell me I'm on a spinning ball. You know who tells me that? Never a straight answer, NASA. You know what the basic instruction before Earth tells me? That it's on a pillar and the four corners and stuff. And if you go to the book of Enoch, which is forbidden in the Bible by man, not God, you'll find out exactly everything you want to know about the earth, what it is, what its shape is, that the sun and the moon are within the firmament. They're not billions of miles away. We don't spin at all. You'll find out the real truth if you go read the book of Enoch. That's what brought me to what y'all call Christianity, and it's not Christianity. Christianity is of Roman and Rome and whatnot. We are the temple, we are the body, we are the spirit, and the whole 9 yards. And one's just got to figure that out for themselves. And a little bit at a time, and a little bit of time, and a little bit of time, I always knew that we were never on a spinning ball hurling through it just didn't make no damn sense to me. I'd be on a boat, and as the boat's going forward, you jump up on a wave. Well, when the boat comes back up, you'll be back 2 or 3 foot forward because the boat's still moving. If this ball was spinning when you jumped up, what, you spun with it? How did you spin with it when you jumped? Oh, they're just going to magically explain that shit. Nah. Open your mind. Man has Satan controlling us down here, and Satan can fool you, deceive you. The Bible tells you that. Fool you, deceive you, everything. And you go right ahead and live the worldly ways, and then you'll never know Christ, and you'll never know the Father or anything, and yeah, they changed it all around. Well, now if you read the scripture and all, he gave it to his people, okay? Like a certain bloodline or whatever, that they must keep that. Now, whether every tribe, every whatever has to keep the Sabbath, I don't know, and I'm not going to argue that. Just like when our Savior came, and they tried to get him on that because he was testifying during Sabbath, and you're not supposed to do that according to the old law and stuff. And then he explains, well, isn't it better that I go ahead and teach and save someone whatnot than not do it? Pretty much. So I don't think keeping the Sabbath pertains. I think long as, like you say, long as you take one day for yourself, one day to thank the Lord and everything, and you take that one day for yourself. I think that's what it's saying myself and personally, because we could all differently have a different Sabbath day. But what I'm trying to point out is the Pope and all thought that they could change things, like they could literally change the Sabbath day. For that tribe, that back in that day, who he gave the commandments to, Moses' people and all, I'm sure they had to stick with that Saturday and this, that, and the other. But outside of that, I don't know. I think long as you take one day and celebrate that one day with the Creator, I think you're just fine. Just like, but when you learn that it's Saturday, and if you're trying to live it, like the only reason you go to church stuff, what I'm living my Sunday, well, you're living the wrong day. And once you find that out, and if that's what you want, you probably should go to Saturday. But I have no idea. I've wrestled that with this mission. Saturday is one of my best days normally to talk to people, get signatures and stuff. But just like bringing someone to the Lord, is it wrong to do that on Saturday or Sunday? No, it's not. According to Jesus, it's not. Now, going out and making $1 and working and whatnot, okay, different story. So that's the way and why I do it on Saturdays, But maybe I'm not supposed to do the engine today. Maybe I'm supposed to take my Sabbath. That's all I'm saying. Because normally my Sabbath is Saturday. If I'm going to absolutely do nothing and whatever, that's normally a Saturday, not a Sunday. Because I know that they changed it. So why would I want to celebrate on a Sunday when I know that's not the Sabbath day according to the Holy Word? If that makes sense. I don't always make sense. But I think, because, different jobs and whatever, your Sabbath, let's say you work Monday through, or Tuesday through Friday, and your only day off is Saturday or whatever. Maybe that's your Sabbath, or you know what I'm saying. If your only day off is a Wednesday or a Friday, as long as you take one day a week, I think you're good. Just like if you never learn the real name of the Father or the Son, I think you're still good. You know what I mean? Because you never knew his real name. But whether he holds that against you a little bit for not learning or seeking knowledge, I don't know. That's why there's different levels of heaven and rewards and stuff, I would think. But that's just my logic. Oh, the snow's coming real soon. Was who, Brian? Oh, I know the world's flat, Dave. I don't think it. I know it's flat. Oh, and Eddie, you're right. Everybody has their own, and their belief is a belief. Who wrote the Bible? A lot of people. A whole lot of people. It's not of one man. Well, you're right. But it's not of one man. And to stand all the tests and time and stuff, and to go read the book of Revelations right now and to say that we're not living in that time would be a complete lie. I don't care who wrote it. There wasn't one man. There was a bunch of them that got together, all the scholars and everything, and the scribes and all, that became the Bible. And yes, you can change the Bible. It tells you in the Bible, if any man or whatever changed it, they're going to be severely punished. Yeah, man decided whether to leave the book of Enoch and stuff in the Bible or not. But see, it comes from the Dead Scrolls, and it comes from history and stuff. The only thing ever that stood this time is that Bible. So, I mean, hey, it's up to you to believe it or not. That's why you're supposed to read it and study it. Not go to a church and have some preacher read it to you and study it and whatnot. You're supposed to do it just like I am on my own. I make my own decisions of what it's about. And the deeper you dig into it, just like a rabbit hole or whatever, Hell, I bought into the Christmas and then Christ was born in the middle of winter and all the three kings and all that. No. And nobody knows how many wise men it was, just because they say there's three. It could have been more, but they were three gifts given, so they figured it was three. But no, I know the earth is flat. I stood on a spinning ball or spinning deck for many, many years, sticking people to the wall. I know exactly what spinning does. And I also know that gravity is not a law, it's a theory. They have never, to this day, been able to prove gravity. Absolutely, Dad. Nobody knows the truth but the Creator. And see, that's why the Bible is the basic. It don't say it's the truth and whatnot. Preachers treat it. It says basic instructions before leaving earth. And it tells you in that to read, to pray, and to seek the truth. Well, that's... Well, see, that's most people, Dodd. And I'm not most people. Cheers. Oh, wow. Hopefully y'all get each other's numbers and stuff together. Maybe the Masons did write the Bible. I know King James was a very, 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 very bad man and stuff. And why did he want to have it translated? See, you got to get your heads out of these and go look at the Book of Jubilees. Yeah. Search the chapters they left out of the Bible, is what I tell. First and foremost, read Revelations if you've never read the Bible. We're living in it, just like a movie script. We're living in Revelations right now. And anybody that says we're not is just a damn fool or don't know how to read. Just like they say cannabis is bad. Well, they're uneducated or a liar. Same thing right now about the book of Revelations. No matter who wrote that, we're living it. Whether they're making it to live to make it look like in the Bible or whatever, I don't know. But it sure looks like we're living the Bible right now. Now, get your head out of it and go look at them lost chapters, or the forgotten chapters, or the left out chapters, however you want to word it. Enoch, the book of Giants, Mary, all the good ones that they left out. The book of Jubilee. Yeah, go read them, and then come back and ask me if I think the earth's flat and whatnot. Ain't nobody never gave me a straight answer about this. Okay, we're on a spinning ball. I'll give you this. I'll say we're on a spinning ball. Okay, and even if we jump up, we're magically spinning with it and all. Okay, right? But now you take a spinning ball. Imagine a tennis ball. Anything spinning, right? And okay, everything's there. It's together and all. Now an airplane takes off that spinning ball and goes into space, air, whatever. How come you can see it and watch it fly across the sky? That don't make no damn sense to me. Wouldn't it have to be spinning too? How can you see stars? How can you see the planet? How can you see anything? Unless everything is spinning. How would we know if everything is spinning? If everything in the universe is spinning, how would we know that? How would we prove that? How would we think that? We'd have to see something spin to know that. So, not a damn thing that I've ever been taught in my life growing up proves or even says anything about a round globe except NASA and what I was taught in school. And I knew better than that, and I know better than that. And after reading the book of Enoch, it explains everything, whether one wants to read it or look at it or anything. Just like the book of Revelations explains what we're going through right now in our time on earth. The book of Enoch tells you about the beginning of time. Tells you about the different layers of heaven, the different layers of hell. Tells you about the sun, the moon, the seasons, the stars. It tells you about everything. What one's got to do is read it. And who wrote the book of Enoch? Man, I'm sure but it was supposed to be passed down, from Enoch and on. So I don't know. Oh, I've always said hell's on earth, Mr. Dodd. You, me, everybody. We answer our phone, hello. How many people you know would answer it, heaven high? Speaking of being high, I think it's time for a bowl. And see, that's the beauty of religion and everything. Man, anybody can believe anything they want. I'm not here to, all I can do is tell one what I believe in my heart and what has changed my life and made me a better person. That's all. And if it changed my life and went from a cokehead doing nothing, well, not doing nothing. I wasn't robbing and thieving. I was working, but I had nothing except the ambition to do coke and shit. But to change my life and go out and help others and stuff, I like my life a lot better now than I did years before. There you go. Take out the big jar, Nick. Yeah. I got the little one. I can't even get out the sign machine and make John's bubbler for him until it warms up because his vinyl's so damn frozen, I can't do my windows or nothing. I need it to warm up. Well, I'm so doggone thankful to have heat, a generator, fuel money and stuff. And that was all the good Lord's working there, It was. I could be broke down here, piss ass broke, not even still bump trying to get money up to have parts. You know. I hate to say it, but thank the good Lord for that accident, that person hitting me. Maybe they got taught a lesson not to drink and drive and stuff. Why I profited from it, I don't know. And I thank the good Lord for that accident. I never, ever, ever thought that it'd bring the type money it did, and it's a good thing it did. I was able to help a couple people out and stuff, and I'm not broke, although I'm getting there. There's a couple of things I wanted to get and whatnot that I'm not going to now. Maybe later on in life I can, but I'm still trying to keep it within a budget and keep a couple of dollars aside for emergency. Hopefully we have no emergencies. I've had enough of them, huh, Daniel? Good luck with what, Mr. Eddie? Oh, keeping a little bit to the side. Yeah, I know what you mean. I almost every day rupturing $100 bill here and there and more here and there. And I mean, look, I had to pay 4 times as much to use a freaking rental truck than to rent a car to go get the heads, But hey, it was basically not free money, but then again, it was. You know what I mean? It caused damage to the RV, but I'm using the money to fix the RV, so it is what it is. And when it's all said and done, if the only thing I did was help a couple people, um, get a bundle of figurines and got this on the road, then I did right? You know what I mean? Um, so I'm happy with it. I'm real happy so far. And in the 48 hours, proved the trolls wrong once again, which that's nothing. They said I'd be broke by the end of the month. I won't be broke by the end of the month. As a matter of fact, I'll have extra money at the beginning of the month because I get my retirement check. So I'll be, that's what's going to carry me through the next month. Hopefully pay the rent for the month somewhere. And that's either going to be here or Springfield. I'm not 100% decided on that yet, depending on if this runs or not, or when it runs, I should say. If this thing's up and running next week, good and whatnot, by Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to try and get over to Joplin or Springfield, preferably Springfield, and then find a place for a month or whatever. If for some reason we don't get her running or whatnot, then I'm going to go to this campground out here and send them the picture and stuff and see if I can go ahead and get moved in a couple of weeks. And then I just stay for a couple of months. It's really getting time to settle down for the winter and get off the road for a couple of months. Go get my eye cataract surgery done and stuff. I'd love to have been down in Florida to get that done, but it don't matter. Dave, I hardly get any donations. Being not out set up or nothing, I hardly get any donations. And when I'm set up, I might make fuel to the next town and stuff. It just depends. I mean, people donate a quarter, $1, or whatever to tag the RV. Every great once in a while, somebody would donate $20 and I'll give them a T-shirt. But it takes every penny of my $1,000 to keep it on the road every month, along with the donations I get here and there. It just depends. You never know. In no way, shape, or form is it making money. I mean, hey, when you see me get a little money, you see what I do? I put it in the RV. That's how it gets its paint job or anything. Just like this with the accident. I didn't spend nothing on me. Maybe a steak here or there, piece of meat. But I put the money into the engine, into LEDs to make it look pretty, to get attention and all. So, I don't know. All I know is every penny that I make, whether it be donation, whether it be my monthly check or whatnot, it all goes to keeping this on the road and traveling until next year when I get back to Arizona and come off the road. Then it'll pay for my monthly check will pay for my lot rent, my whatever. But no, there's no such thing as lots of donations. Matter of fact, hell, even this morning I could take a screenshot. GoFundMe wants me to hook my bank account up, which I don't have a bank account, so I can get this $20 somebody donated damn near 2 months ago. They should have already refunded it. Why they haven't, I don't know. But see, I haven't even hooked up a bank account to a GoFundMe that's like 8 months old now. Nobody, not one person donated to it. And that was to first get on the road, with my this year's journey. Go look at the GoFundMe for that. Not one person finally, after 6 months, donated to it. So yeah, I'd like to see where all these donations are coming from. People sign the petition and will come on here and say, I donated to you. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Sure I did. No, you didn't. Read it. You donated to change.org. I don't get that money. Now, I do have a couple people here and there that will send me a nice donation. Mr. John there sent me a really nice donation when he sent me a flag to fly in honor of his father, which I told him, you don't have to send a donation for that. I'd do it anyway, and he did. He sent a $100 donation with that. And see, I don't hide my donations. I like to tell people about them. I don't hide anything that I do. Just like the settlement check from the accident and stuff. None of nobody's business, really, but what did I do? I told everybody about it, and everybody's seeing how I'm spending it and what I'm using it for and all. But see, I don't care what man thinks about me or nothing or what I'm doing. The Father, he sees everything I'm doing. He knows what I'm doing. And so as long as I do what I think is pleasing the Father, hey, I'm all right, right? Dumb logic, but that's the way I live my life. I don't care what others think about me. I care what the Father thinks about me. No. Oh, hell, John, I'd love to be back home, but I can't take this to Arizona and then start out again next year. No, that would be crazy. What I'd love to do is, I'd love to have this charges dropped on this ticket, and Monday, Tuesday, whatever, I can head over to Springfield. I'll be in Springfield the 10th and 12th for court, and then leave. Head as soon as I can, get down towards Georgia, see Mr. Greg. If I can, if it's just too cold, whatever, I just get on into Florida, and I'll see Mr. Greg on the way out from Florida. One way or the other, I'm going to go by and see, not George, Mr. Greg Tanner. I'm going to see him either on the way down or the way back out. But I want to get down to Florida. If I could get down to Florida by my birthday, I'd love the hell out of that, I don't celebrate Christmas and whatnot, but I wouldn't mind being down there for the New Year's, because my birthday's the 30th, and then of course New Year's, and then stay down there January, February. I'm pretty sure I'd have a place to park and not have to worry about nothing, If not, there's plenty of trailer parks and shit. But do the winter there, and then March, April, whatever, go up towards Washington, D.C., and then head towards Arizona. Just continue the trip, basically. But yeah, I'd love to go back home right now. I'd love to go back and spend the winter. I'd love to be right there in Black Canyon City, Arizona, where I was last year. Absolutely. At 100%, I'd like to be there. But good Lord has me somewhere else this year. And I'm on a mission. Go see my brother and stepmom and all them, And while I'm doing that, I get to tell people about this petition and everything. So, I don't know. Some reason I think the good Lord laid on my heart to go see my brother this year. And now 35 years, me never looking him up on the internet or thinking about it or nothing like that, and then all of a sudden one of my trolls say, hey, dummy, he's on the internet, and boom, sure enough. And before you know it, boom, we've had a phone call and stuff. And then Thanksgiving, when he just out of the blue texted me a couple weeks ago, he gave me a call. He just had some heart problems or something. He's not doing all well with his heart. So I'd like to see him before anything major happens to him. Hoping nothing does, but I told him he should stay around until I get there because I'm going through a lot of hell to get there. Right on, Dave. That's it. You got to do what you think is right for you. Well, depending on where you go. I mean, where I stay in Black Canyon City, Arizona, it's year round. The one that is here that I can probably rent another week or so, because it takes them a couple of weeks to get things ready. Yeah, it's available year round. A lot of places is available year round, especially like out in Arizona and stuff. I mean, that's what all Arizona and shit's about. Um, but right now, I mean, even if I mean, I don't want to do luxury, but if push come to shove, right now, I could pay up to $800 a month. Now I pay $550 in Arizona. That's my lot rent in Arizona, $550 a month. Uh, I could pay up to 800. Um, so I'm thinking I should be able to find something for that. 600 is $20 a day. You know what I mean? Just to park at a spot and plug in, it shouldn't cost you $20 a day. So you should find a lot of places for 600. But I figure, they're going to say wintertime resort, whatever, and probably gouge you. And I'm willing to pay up to $800 a month for the next couple of months. But am I going to do it here, or am I going to do it over in Springfield? I mean, if I'm not on the road and traveling and trying to get nowhere and collect donations and whatnot, I expect to pay, to stay for the month, and do nothing. That's the same as if I'm out here and I put my money in and I'm traveling, I don't have to pay rent, but the money goes to fuel and shit. But who knows? I get down to Florida and it's not really bad. I may travel around Florida a bit, instead of just parking for a couple of months. Oh, there's a lot of people going live in Arizona. Heck, I did Quartzsite a couple of years back. Oh yeah, you have all the BLM land out there, and what it is, you can park 14 days, then you got to move like 100 feet. You can park 14 days, and you got to move. If people were smart, they'd have their neighborhoods, and they might even, some of them may even be this smart. I just don't know about it. But if I was doing that and I had a dozen friends or so, well, we'd all just have our 14 days, and then when it was up, we'd just simply go to the next camp. And after the 14 days, go to the next camp. You know what I mean? Just keep rotating your 14 camps. Oh yeah. Oh heck, like Quartzsite, Arizona and stuff. People live out of a tent, their car, whatever. People go out there. A lot of the homeless, everything, go out there to Quartzsite and live in their tent. And on BLM land, you can find just about anything, drivable. or towable that people are living in. Uh, yeah, Mr. John, probably Georgia, all of them, all the illegal states I'm getting ready to go. Well, Florida, I think's got medical, if I'm not mistaken. But all these states I'm getting ready to go through that they just took the hemp products from, or talking about, next year they're banned and whatnot. I should pick up a lot of signatures coming up. And see, that's why the devil's trying not to get me on the road. And that's why the good Lord's looking out for me and say, hey, no, don't get out there too quick. This is wintertime. You're supposed to chill your jets and not do stupid things. You've done wasted last year. Now it's time to recoup like I normally do during the winter, work on the vehicle and stuff. And, hey, there's always spring, and then spring forward with the rest of the mission. So I'm not worried about it, but I would like to travel a little bit, try and get work down to Florida and stuff like that. Keep the mission alive on the way down. But if I have to park for 3 and 4 days at a time before I can move a couple of, that's okay with me. If it takes me a month to get down to Florida, that's okay. If it takes all of January to get down into Florida, that's okay. As long as I do it safely and whatever. Oh, I have an address. I have address in Arizona. Yeah, I still live in Black Canyon City, Arizona. Ah, damn! You just wanted to brag to me about it. Well, save me the roach. Nah, I'm playing with you. Right on, Mr. John. You do that. I appreciate it. No, I've just got my lot where I have for this. No, I got a I've got a dirt driveway basically that has electric, water, and sewer. And shit, sometimes you can walk out and there'd be a cow walking by. No shit. You'll be watching the camera in the middle of the night and see a cow walk behind the RV and shit. Yeah, Black Canyon City is an open range town. And there'd be cattle, donkey, yeah, walking through town. Yep, open range. Hell, I didn't know that when I first moved there. When I first moved there, I go up to the hardware store the next morning, and I'm inside and I'm getting some stuff, and I come outside, and there's 5 of these, and one of them had these giant horns, and they're just right there in the parking lot, and I'm like, what the hell? And I go back inside, and I said, is it like normal to? She, oh yeah, we're open ranges, and just stay away with the one with the horns. You'll be okay. That was kind of nasty. Welcome to Black Canyon City, Arizona. It's cool. Well, that's where I'm going to stay, John, is in that area. Not just for the winter, but, I don't like Phoenix. I can't live in Phoenix. I won't be happy in Phoenix. But it's only 35 miles north of Phoenix. So, family can come see me, whatever, you know what I mean? But that's as close as I'm moving to Phoenix. Damn, we're shaking like hell. You hear that wind coming through and all? Can you hear that? The rattling of the... I mean, we getting some good breezes. You know, it's going on what, 2 o'clock, and I still haven't gotten a call from the auto parts place. Yeah, well, like when I did the winter in South Dakota, man, I wouldn't want to live in South Dakota. The winter, yeah, the winter was just whoa. The year, many years ago, back in the '80s, when I spent a year in Boulder Canyon. Well, I didn't spend a whole year there. I spent a winter in Boulder Canyon City, Utah, or no, Boulder, Boulder, Colorado, and drove tow truck there in Boulder, Colorado. It wasn't Boulder. What the hell was it? Damn it. It was right by a mountain, and you went up the mountains, and there's a little town called the Netherlands. I don't think it was Boulder. But anyhow, that was the year I went driving and did tow truck in Colorado. And man, it wasn't for me. It was not for me. Well, if it's sunny and windy, I don't mind. But this damn cold and this wind, like Frankie put, it's like 37 degrees, but with the wind chill of 21. And I'm sure the temperature's going down instead of up, too, as we're progressing through the day. Oh, no, thank you, Eddie. No, thank you. Nope, nope, nope. New Hampshire, Maine, anywhere up. No, Chicago. No, no, no. I don't want to be any farther north than I am right now. And honestly, I'm a little too far freaking north for my comfort anyway. But this ain't about me. This is about the mission. But I may have to go have Daniel go get me a damn head gasket, because I figured they'd called me by now. All they got to do is look on that note and stuff. There's my phone number, so it's not like they don't have my phone number or anything. Oh, I could call them. There's a few things I could call them. That's why I'm not going over there yet. No, I figured I was going to wait until after this afternoon and go over and talk to the afternoon shift. They're either going to be there or not. If they're not there, I'm going to tell them that's okay. Just give me my money back. And I'll go to Napa or I'll go to O'Reilly's or something. I'm done playing with them and head gaskets and shit. So they either be there or not, but I'd rather deal with the afternoon crew. Oh, goodness sakes. Why the heck he didn't just order the gasket that I had just ordered and put a different part number in, I don't know. I mean, I did say, yeah, that's the one on the screen. But I thought he looked at the same part number, that I had just ordered a week ago. I mean, because there's not a left or right, it's the same head gasket. But evidently he didn't. But last night, that guy did. And he wrote up everything. How it was the wrong gasket, the new gasket number, and all that shit. Should have been here. And the fact that I'm not going to put it in today, I'm just going to look at it as I'm supposed to take today as a Sabbath. Cool with me. Tomorrow the wind won't blow, I hope. And I can put her together tomorrow. I'll have, if this wind ain't blowing, I can put plastic down by the engine, and up to where I can kind of seal it off outside and let it get the heat of the motorhome here. And in a few hours, it won't be too cold. But with this wind, I can't do shit. Cheers. Another reason I'm not walking over to Autozone right now. And calling them is a good idea. A real good idea. Is there a difference between the two what? You lost me. Oh, the Giants and the Anunnaki, of course. No, they're all the same head gasket. No, he ordered the wrong head gasket. He pulled one up for a different engine. It was, I don't know if it's even a 454. The only ones that could have built the pyramids at the time, the fallen angels, the Anunnaki, the giants. The same ones that build all these big giant structures that they to this day can't explain. Hey, I'm doing fine, Roadrunner. Higher than groceries. That's pretty high. I'm not that high, but that's okay. I ain't got nothing to do. Hey, it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. In case anybody wanted to know. Don't mind me, I'm just charging my different electronics. I got 3 different phones I keep charged, plus a Bluetooth box. High as giraffe pussy. Damn it, Dave. Yo, yo. Damn, we figured I'd be here 2 hours, you'd come in. Only took 2 hours. Oh, I see that 2 hours. I'm ready to go. Oh, I didn't even know we stretched it out 2 hours. Damn. Wow. Damn. Right on. Right on. 6-pack to celebrate. There you go. You can think that all you want, Mr. Dave. Go read the book of Enoch. It'll tell you how you're dark when we're light. Let me ask you a question on that. Now, let me ask you a question on that. Okay? We're on this side of the earth, right? And China's on the other side, okay? Now, they magically turn right side up, right? When somewhere. That's all done by magic. Let's forget that, okay? But remember, here we are, right? Okay? And that sun's going to go around, and when the sun isn't here, it's in China, right? When the sun isn't here, it's in China. Or the moon isn't here, it's in China, right? Okay? Now, how many times have you woke up and you seen the sun and the moon at the same time? I do it all the time. You can see the moon over here, you can see the sun over here. What the hell's over in China? The other side of the moon, pitch black, pitch darkness? How the hell can we see the sun and the moon at the same time on this half of the earth? The other half, because the curvature knows, what are they seeing? What do they see? Now, if we only seen the sun during the day and the moon at night, I would go with your theory, okay? Because the sun would be over there and the moon would be here and yada, yada, yada. But many, many, many days, I can look and see the sun and the moon right there. Well, what the hell happened to China? What do they got? Total eclipse? I mean, what's up with that? But you go ahead, boo-boo. Do you? You believe in that globe? NASA, never a straight answer. You've never seen a picture of this Earth that has not been computer generated. And NASA has admitted that. They have admitted that. Why the hell you think we've shot rockets up and we've never taken a photo back of the moon? Why the hell don't an astronaut take one of his cell phones out and go click, click, click? I don't know. Got some days off. There you go. You go take a flashlight and a basketball and stuff, and you prove your light theory. You will see that it'd be completely black on the backside of that basketball or whatever, and it'd be shining over the first circular part of this. Absolutely, I agree with that. But if you're seeing the moon and the sun over on this side, that means they're seeing total darkness on the other side. Because there's no way for them to see the sun or the moon. Ain't no way in the world. Not if you can see them. Damn, 2.5 ounces. That's not bad. There you go, making money. DIY. I like DIY weed's cool. All weed's cool. Oh, well, shucks. The walls are breathing. But the heaters are keeping up with it, so I like it. Hear that howling? Ooh. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but the wind's actually howling at times. Watch this. I think they know. I think they know. They're like, well, he's moving shit around for a reason there. Huh. I think they know. Yeah. I think they know. Hi, Einstein. Einstein. What you doing, Einstein? Einstein. Hey, Einstein. What are you doing? Okay, little one. Okay. Okay, little one. Okay, Betty. Okay, Betty. Yeah, settle down. What's them paws? Oh, eating my finger. She's being quite the character right now. Hi, Einstein. Hi, Einstein. Oh. I hope they switch that wind off. Yeah, we're staying really warm in here, and I mean, it's all right. Hey, please sign that petition. Yeah, I like Mother Nature. I like cannabis in the dirt. The babies. Where's the babies? It could be done in a greenhouse year round or a tent, as long as it's in dirt, no chemicals or nothing. Get your babies. Get your my babies. Yes, here's my babies. Yeah, there's my spoiled little baby. Can you tell it's my spoiled little baby? Here's my spoiled little baby. Yes, there is. Here's my spoiled little baby. Ah, don't fall through. Oh, you're my baby too, Einstein. You're my baby too. You big oof. 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 Yeah. You're my baby too, you big oof. Oh, you're a big oof. Oh, you're a big oof. Yeah, you're a big oof. Oh, you like them scratches too, don't you? You big oof. What are you doing, Betty? Betty, what are you doing? What are you trying to get into? What are you trying to get into? Huh? Good. Okay, hey, go. Go. Yep. Good boy, good girl. I knocked over a piece of wood and they went running. Damn, it's windy as hell. All right, on. You too, Mr. John. I'm getting ready to get out of here myself in a minute. Oh, yeah, that's an all right Roadrunner. I use fish. I normally go fishing before I plant any plants. A few months before, and then I plant the fish, and a few months later I plant the seed over the fish or the plant, whatever. And what's your rope? But yeah, my friends, I'm about ready to get out of here. If you have any last questions, comments, or concerns, now would be the time to post them. I'm going to do another bubbler with you, and then probably take an afternoon nap and just not worry about nothing. Let the wind die down, and tomorrow's another new day. You know what I mean? It's all about peace, love, and cannabis for all. And I'd appreciate it if you sign that petition at 420gym.com. Once you sign the petition, right underneath, when it tries to bum money, it says, I'll share. Please sign and share that petition. I'd appreciate it. If you took a minute whenever you've seen my videos like this one or any other one, just tap the screen in the middle a couple of times. It tells the algorithm you like it and share it. So please sign the petition. Like and share the video here, of course. Subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on if you like. I do these at noon and 7 p.m. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. And at Central Standard Time. Cheers. Just ordered pizza. There you go. I had pizza for Thanksgiving. Oh, I was going to have a breakfast pizza this morning. I forgot all about it. Damn. That'll have to be tomorrow morning now. Too late for a breakfast pizza. Damn it, Jim. I forgot all about it. But that'd be something I can get tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm still in Wichita, Kansas. Looks like I'm going to be here another 3 days, maybe. Hopefully, that'll be about it. I've still got to put a head back on. I had a bad valve in the head that I got. We got that all straightened out yesterday. I'm waiting on a head gasket. And I'll put this head back on it and we'll be ready to fire it up. Now, I was happy with what she sounded like until it sucked that valve, or broke that valve, or the valve stuck, let's say, until it broke the push rod. Yeah, I was happy until it broke the push rod and basically broke down. Didn't make it through the test run, basically. So hopefully I get her put back together here tomorrow, the next day. Of course, I'll run it them couple of days. I'm not going to drive nowhere, I don't think. Maybe around the block or something. When the roads are clear, no snow or whatever, Monday or Tuesday, I think it's going to be Tuesday, I'll try and head out to Springfield probably, or Joplin, It's going to take me, I'd probably want to do it over 4 days to get from here to Springfield. It's a couple hundred miles, and I'd like to only do 50 miles a day. Yeah, that sounded like old boy's band. That sounded like Daniel's band. I thought Daniel pulled in front of me. Yeah, I got a couple likes today. That is cool. I'm in Wichita, Kansas. Snowing in Indiana? Oh, right on. You can keep that shit there, okay? No offense, but you can keep that shit right there, okay? We're supposed to have snow Monday. That's why if I have her running tomorrow, I don't figure I'll get out of here until Tuesday. Um, yeah, I need to be in Springfield on the 10th and 12th. Otherwise, hell, I'd probably just stay here. Not here, but in a campground near here. But long as I can get somewhere and rent a spot for a month or whatever, I'll be happy. If I can get the city to drop the charges on that ticket Monday or Tuesday, and I don't have to come back here, I'm going to try my best to get over to Springfield, and that would be great. You know what I mean? Not having to come back here, everything's done. Springfield, I got to be there the 10th and 12th. That means the 13th I could be headed down towards Florida if weather permitting. Huh. Well, I don't mind the rain. I don't drive in it, but when it quit raining, if it was above 32, I drive, no problem. But once it snows or rains and it gets down to 33, not me, not me. Uh-uh. Not in an RV anyway. Maybe in a car or a truck or something, tow truck or whatever, no problem. But no, I mean I've been on ice enough and snow enough and whatnot that heck yeah, Ohio. The year I was in Ohio, driving on the snow there, that towing that wasn't very fun. I just remembered that. Wow. You can keep that shit. We're supposed to get an inch Monday, I think. But an inch of snow, and then Tuesday it gets up to 45. By noon, it'd be nice and travel. You know what I mean? And that's what I say. If I can do 50 miles a day over 4 days, I'll be happy. If I have to wait till noon for it to warm up enough, you know, that the roads are melting and shit, to driving it, I'll be happy. I'm in no hurry. I don't have to be there until the 10th. I don't want to have to come back here on the 17th, though. And if I can keep back from coming back on the 17th by letting them drop it or deference or whatever, that would be better for both parties. Oh, yeah. Heck, I check my wheels all the time. Well, when I leave here, the plan is to go to Joplin That's a little over the halfway point to Springfield. I want to go to Joplin and then on over there. But anyhow, it's time for me to get out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to take another bubbler, and then I'll see y'all tonight at 7 o'clock. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Well, I hope you do that. Don't just think of me. Think about them poor people on the other half of the globe that are sitting in the pitch blackness wondering what happened to the sun and the moon. Makes a lot more sense that the sun and the moon travel within the firmament than us spinning around through Earth around them. Because like I say, you can look out and see the sun and the moon at the same time on this half of the Earth. Well, what's at the other half? Pure darkness has to be. Until 7 p.m., my friends, peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, we can all get along. The dogs love you, I love you, most of all, the man above loves you. Have a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon. We'll see you tonight. Peace out.